We're the American Red Devils, and we're breaking down Manchester United's huge comeback win against Southampton, 3-1 against the Saints, and it was a madness at Old Trafford. Amad Diallo turned the tide in the 82nd minute and scored a 12-minute hat trick to win United the game after United dropped levels. First half, diabolical, what you'd expect from United after two decent performances against big sides. We've seen the levels drop. What did Ruben Amorim say heading into this game? This game will tell me more about the lads than the other two, and he was right. The poet, our manager, he knows what he's talking about, and we saw the levels drop in a major way. Southampton, they came at us, cut us open a couple times. Onana made a couple big saves. They scored hilariously off one of their worst chances in that first half, like an own goal, but of course, once again from a corner for a team that has not scored from a corner all season. All season they score against Manchester United at Old Trafford, but either way, tail of two halves. United turned it on the second half after some subs came on. Xerxes, Koyer, but it really was all about Amad Diallo. Like, unbelievable performance. Eriksson with a nice assist on the second goal, and then you love to see it. A little mistake from the Saints gets him his third goal, but it's because of that pressing, sir. Shouldn't have been like this. Shouldn't have been so dramatic. We should have made it easy, but this is Manchester United. We do know how to win in dramatic style at Old Trafford.
We had two good performances, Scouse Bastards, the Gunners away. And today was a bad performance, but it was about the result. A great result. And one, the players did get away with some things. We saw the levels drop, like you mentioned. But the manager making the adjustment, I think Xerxes generated, he came on and all the XG turned our way.
Eat that bologna sandwich, baby.
Also, Amad signing the new deal and then earning the Hattie, which is unbelievable. Saka doesn't even have a hat trick yet. Our boy Amad is off the mark for Manchester United. It's a huge 3 points. Southampton have 6 points. They almost beat us at home. It's not the best look in the world, but United is just not going to be consistent. You look at our 11, it's not consistent. We were missing some players today. A lot of chopping and changing. There's also tired legs out there. Southampton, this is their World Cup basically coming into Old Trafford. Dibbling looked a player like, why we need to be signing him when they drop down to the championship. I like to see him feature for United because he's a nice youngster. But overall, you got to say, hey, let Amram give him the lashes on the training pitch for that horrible first half. You get a good result. We need good vibes. We got the good vibes at Old Trafford, and nothing like seeing a youngster like Amad build on that confidence.
No, he's a player for the future. He's a player to build this team around. Ruben has faith in him. You can see it. You can see why. He's a hell of a player. You could take Dibbling. I'll take Sulemana, bro, who just absolutely torched Euro. Euro had a bad game for United. He got cooked 4 times. Probably should have conceded a couple goals, but Onana had one of his good games. Big up him. But he looks a proper player coming in from the left, number 20, all day. He was the best player of the game until the 80th minute when Amad turned it on. And De Ligt and Martinez weren't very good in the first half. I feel like you said, sir, you nailed it. Tired legs. United looked pooped. Like a thin squad, and boys have been playing a lot of minutes. But at the same time, we should have taken our chances better. And we should have been a little tighter and not gotten cut through so easily, which a lot of these hero man tackles where it's all or nothing tackles, and that just leaves you so exposed. But it's all about the result. It's all about 3 points. We needed it. We stay undefeated in 2025. We're celebrating a win against Southampton, but hey, we are in the bottom half of the table, sir, and we're in a relegation scrapple. We'll take those 3 points because you need every single point.
Quick PSA for the podcast. You like the American Devils, please check out our YouTube channel. We're just getting off the ground this summer. You can search us up on YouTube at American Red Devils. If you're watching us on YouTube, please smash the like and subscribe button below. It goes a long way to help other Manchester United fans like yourself find this channel. So please smash subscribe, like, and comment below. Let us know what you think about the Southampton match. If you want to go the extra mile, support the podcast, check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/American Red Devils. We have over 100 Patreon members supporting this podcast, enabling us to do cool things like YouTube. Tons of benefits. You get an extra special behind-the-scenes episode every single month. Please check out our Patreon page. And if Patreon's not your thing, check out our store. We got merch. We got trucker hats. We got shirts. We got scarves. Everything you need to support the best club in the world, AmericanDevils.store. AmericanDevils.store, sir. AmericanDevils.com for all your Muppet blogs. Get there and read them up. And if you're interested in writing for the American Red Devils, email us, americandevils@gmail.com. We got you covered. We're always looking for Muppets to write about the best team in the world. Sir, tell them about iTunes reviews.
iTunes reviews and 5-star reviews, the American Devils podcast, wherever you listen. It does a great job of helping us get found organically, support the pod, and even better, we're giving away free merch. All you have to do is write a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify. Send a screenshot of that review to americandevils@gmail.com with your mailing address, and I'll personally pick, pack, and ship some free ARD gear, send it right to your door anywhere in the world. We appreciate all the 5-star reviews. United was not 5-star, but Amad Diallo certainly was. Hat-trick hero. Let's get into this game.
It's not how you finish, sir. It's how it's how you end.
What was that? Shame on you. Fully once. Shame on you.
Sure, it's not how you start the game. It's how you end it.
There you go, boy.
You got me. All right, we're breaking down Manchester United versus Southampton. We had Onana in net, Lenny Euro right center back, DeLitt, Martinez back three, Diallo at right wing back, Ugarte Manu midfield, Mazraoui at left wing back, Fernandez, Garnacho, and Højlund front three. What'd you make of the changes from the manager?
Diallo unavailable with a suspension, so all things considered, is pretty strong 11's got to be good enough to do it against Southampton. So I was not concerned by the 11, but then when they came out, that's where the concern started. But on paper, I thought this was pretty good team. Ugarte Manu seemed to be the preferred holding two, Bruno up in the front three, your boy Alejandro again, Amad in the wingback position. Didn't hate it. What did you think when you saw this, sir?
I like the idea of Diallo at wingback. I thought, given Højlund the nod, was still the move, right? It's his kind of spot to lose. He might have lost it today. Unfortunately, he's just you always just see him up there fighting with the center backs. Like, just it's not really what you need to do 24/7. Garnacho getting the start, I liked. Maz Diallo is a downgrade. I mean, and you're playing a new system. You're playing people out of position. It is Southampton, but they're going to be coming at you pretty strong from the jump, and that's what we saw today, sir. So let's get into that first half.
It was a wide open game, and they did come at us in that first half, like you said, sir, and it came right away. 11th minute, Onana had a nice save. Euro was getting cooked early, and you talked about that wingback position with Mad. I think he might have needed Maz to support him because Sulemana was such a threat and kept attacking him, and he just looked like he got exposed for the first time since he's joined United.
Like he's not... hasn't been active. Yeah,
he's 19. He's 19 years old. He just joined the toughest league in the world. Missed a bunch of games. No big deal. He'll remember this game, though. 20th minute, Højlund did have one good action, which he went on a nice run in the 20th minute, beat the center back, and found Garnacho with a great ball, but Garnacho sliced it wide. Should be scoring in this opportunity. It was a really good one. But this changed the game for Højlund. He was actually playing pretty well up to this, and then he just fell off a cliff. And he kept tackling that center back, that guy who we've seen so many times before. But he had a very ineffective after this 20th minute. But this is a big chance for Garnacho.
Yeah, and then 28th minute, Onana comes up huge. This should have been a goal for Southampton here in the 28th. It was already going this way. And then in the 43rd minute, unfortunately, Southampton corner, Manchester United get nervous.
Sajtovic, it has been a regular Achilles heel of Manchester United. That was flicked on. Oh, and it's over the line, is it? Yes, it is. Southampton lead. Would you believe it? The bottom club in front of Old Trafford.
The set piece coaches we've run through, the head coaches we've run through, and we still can't defend corner kick. It is a bummer. Own goal. Ugarte would get credit for it, and Southampton would go into half up a goal. Wouldn't want to be in that dressing room. Amorim absolutely cooking the lads.
As he should, because nothing speaks more to the first half that we had than conceding an own goal corner against a team with 6 points after 21 games, who has never scored a corner this season, and they do it against Manchester United at Old Trafford. And it's just beating at the front post once again, not good enough. You talk about it, sir. Defending corners, it takes cave troll type mentality, and you have to be able to just sacrifice your body. We did do that in the previous two games. We did do it later in the second half, but in the first half, we just looked like Eric Ten Hag's Manchester United, and it just wasn't good enough. And we saw something different in the second half, but it took a minute. It took a minute to get going.
Halftime sub, Anthony on, Kobe Manu off. Uh-oh, Antony's coming on the field. More subs in the 53rd minute. The manager he's changing it up. Coyer, the destroyer, I've been calling for him to get action under the manager. He's been looking good. He came on to relieve Ugarte. He definitely needs a rest. Xerxes on for Højlund, as you said. Wasn't really doing much up top. He kind of went missing there. And then you'd see United kind of get back into this game. 58th minute. United could be down 2. Euro gets cooked again, but Suleimana's shot was just wide. 60th minute, the other way, Antony missed a sitter.
Literally, he fell on his ass.
How much money do we pay for Antony?
86 million pounds.
80th minute, Bruno with a nice chance to chip the keeper. Great save from Ramsdale here. He does do nice. And the 82nd minute, that's what we're here for. The breakthrough. Amad Diallo. Let's go. The energy, the celly.
Xerxes. Amad. Blocked by Walker Peters. And that goes again! He scores some big goals! Amad delivers once again for Manchester United.
I mean, the passion and the celebration, the fact that he doesn't give up, he runs through it, gets the ball back. What a finish, what a shot. It's almost like he's just a man on a mission, and that's what United needs right now. And this youngster, like, dragging us over the line in more ways than one.
No, he's a special player. He's a special talent. We're unbelievably fortunate that he's just finding his feet, and he loves this club. He loves Manchester United. He talks about it all the time. He's interviewed after the fact, and he got us back into this game by just pure grit and determination, would not be stopped, because even though he gets a little bit of a lucky bounce in the deflection, he has so much to do when he gets the ball, and he just rips it low, near post. Ramsdale's got no chance. It's a great finish.
Incredible.
He's a great player.
He's like incredible, and Amorim's reaction is also just amazing. He's just freaking out on the touchline, and then Amad gestures to the crowd. That's right. The 70,000 faithful at Old Trafford were awakened by this goal, and we will get more, sir. You want to win the game? Yeah.
We try to win the game. They put more subs. You know, our manager likes to affect games, i.e. substitutions, and he's done it well. 83rd minute, Maguire and Eriksen came on, and they had a real impact. So, especially Maguire. I like that one because Maguire, he's going to be dangerous in the box.
Maguire for Euro, Eriksen for Mazraoui. And then why not go for the winner?
90th minute. Why not?
Just, 90th minute winner. Let's go. At home.
Set back to Eriksen. Back towards Amad! This boy is special!
I mean, this just looks too easy. It just looks too, like, Eriksen, what a ball coming on as a sub. That's just unbelievable. Then the finish from Amad, he's just like, hey, guys, get on my back. I'm going to drag us over the touchline here. What a finish. What a goal. That's incredible.
Form is temporary, class is permanent. Even though Eriksen, like, his legs are cooked, but he's got so much talent. He's such a hell of a player. I wish we got him younger. Unbelievable assist, but Amad has so much to do here. He bangs it in with the bottom of his foot. This kid is a special player. Oh, we are lucky to have him. You build the whole team around him. I mean, he's the future. He's exactly what you want. He doesn't complain. He puts his head down. He works his ass off. He's always fit.
And one point I have to make on the tactics here. Southampton, low block, up by 1, not easy to break down. So the fact that Amad was able to get the breakthrough goal in the first place, and then it started to open up from there. But ultimately, we've struggled to break lower opposition teams at home, break them down at home, and that was very important that Amad got that goal, and then we would basically have a party here. Amad would get the Hattie, 94th minute. Here we go.
He's going to be a mainstay of this club for many, many years ahead. And here he is again! Amad with a hat-trick to cap a remarkable night at Old Trafford.
Actually quite a fine game. And he has time, he thinks, and then all of a sudden with a bad touch.
This is like he's taking over, and you know what? It's crazy to go from benched under Erik ten Hag to pretty much now our best player on the team, playing wing back, playing out of position, and just it's just unbelievable, and it's what we need right now. We need hope. Amad Diallo has given us hope.
He is. He's an unbelievable player. He's a player to build the team around. He looks like a number 7. He looks like the guy who should be number 7, to be fair.
Yep.
I wish Mason Mount had turned out differently. It looks like that's going to be a bust of a transfer because of the injuries. But
Money Mount is still alive.
He's still possible. It's still possible. These injuries are problematic. But he is a 7. He is the first Manchester United player to score a hat trick since your boy CR7. And he looks such a talent, bro. He just like looks one of those players, a naturally gifted footballer. We're lucky to have him. And United is desperate to go on a run, bro. Because look at that table. We need to go on a run. We have a winnable run of 5 games, all things considered. Our toughest game of the next 5 in the EPL is Spurs. I think we have Everton. God, Brighton, of course, are going to be tough. We got Ipswich. But we have to go on a run because we are still way off top 4. Even the top 6. Our City's in 6th place. What the fuck is going on this season?
Well off the mark. United 12th with 26 points. We're hanging out with Brentford, who have 28 points. Fulham 30, Brighton 31, Bournemouth 34.
So the same points as West Ham, and they just rehired David Moyes.
Yes.
No, that was Everton. I'm sorry. Everton hired David Moyes. West Ham hired, what, Graham Potter?
So at this point in the season, it's not great, but what do we know? Let's check in with the main man, the manager, Ruben Amorim.
Congratulations. What did you say to Amad when he got into the dressing room?
I didn't say nothing. We'll tell you tomorrow that he has to rest, eat good food to prepare that Sunday. We need them again. He did a great job. It's a great moment for a young kid to score an hat-trick for a club like this, but he needs to focus on the next match because this is already in the past and prepare the next game.
Did you think he or your team were capable of doing that when you get to 80 minutes and you win the game?
You always believe. I have to believe, but with the chance that, for example, Anthony misses, then you have that feeling that let's go again. A difficult night with our fans, and everything is so fresh. The 3 losses that we have, but we managed to turn things around, and in the end, we didn't do a good job. A good game. But if you look for all the opportunities, I think we deserve the win. But we have to improve a lot.
Jamie,
I love this club. Love this manager. He's unbelievable. I don't think we know it yet, but I think we're very fortunate to have him at the helm.
We know it.
It feels like it's just the way he acts. It's like it's very light. Like Ten Hag, seeing ghosts. Give me all that. Just like he didn't even know what he was saying at certain times. He was like gaslighting the fans, saying things that didn't make sense. This guy just calls it like he sees it. He's like, this is already in the past. Like, we're on to the next game. Like, we can do so much better. And I just really feel like he's a true leader, and his influence at Old Trafford is just going to grow over time. And we don't know how lucky we are just yet to have Ruben Amorim.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got to win some shit. But I agree with you, sir. I think he's a special talent. I think
you have to know we're in the dumps.
No,
dude.
we're in the dumps, bro. And we got like the top manager prospect in Europe. And I think Omar, I think it's an Omar. I don't think Ash obviously wasn't going for a manager, this guy, but Omar wanted Ruben, and he's been vindicated because Ruben Amorim is the real deal. Look at those shoulders, bro. He could take the weight. There's a lot of weight to put on to be Manchester United manager. Expectations are enormous. The club is in the fucking ditch, and we're going to have to crawl out. It's going to take a while, and I was a little worried. He made this comment in one of the interviews where he's like, yeah, I had to talk to the CEO after, I talked to Ratcliffe after, and the win helped a lot because it made it go a lot better. And I was like, the problem is Ratcliffe's a loon, bro. It's like, if we have Ratcliffe, we just can't have him being trigger happy and firing our special manager who needs time. This guy needs years to rebuild the squad. Years.
Well, no, he's going to do it the right way, right? There's going to be there's false dons, like Eric Ten Hag, false don, Louis van Gaal. Like, we've seen it before. Like
Jose.
And he's going to do it the right way, which means he's going to branch and root and stem. So he's going to tear it out, and he's going to rebuild it anew in his image, and that's something that I think is really exciting. And even when you look at this roster, he's starting to find the dogs, and that's already exciting. But it's never been more clear who we need to get rid of than under Ruben Amorim, and that's like a huge part of like what's going to take United to the next level. Looking at the advanced stats, the XG says it all. The Xerxes sub really changed the game. The manager shows again how he changes the game, and it went in our favor. Big 3 points. We needed that one at home.
And your boy, Koyer, bro, they're both great. Like Koyer was super
Koyer's
brave.
legit.
He was super brave. He was good with his passing. He was very aggressive off the ball. And Xerxes looks like he needed to get benched. And I think Højlund needs to get benched. And I think now Xerxes up. And Højlund needs to get a couple of games on the bench. And Højlund is a goddamn mentor. This club, like we've always had like an older statesman striker that the young guys can learn off of. We had Cavani, CR7, Odin Agalu. It's like he needs that. He's dying for that. And we need some more firepower. Like Osimhen, whoever. Get Cavani back, bro. He's
we
playing
need to score goals.
Yeah,
and
we don't
need
have enough
players that
goals.
help us score goals. And, less is more sometimes. The number 9 wasn't the one scoring the goals today. But Xerxes was distributing it and passing it kind of like in that deeper role. But Højlund just battling the center backs for no reason is just like not helping this squad. And look, he has some talent, diamond in the rough. We got to develop it. Jumping into fan questions here, sir.
This is good.
At Grifter10, Amad, Chester United. He had a pretty bad game for 80 minutes, but he kept going, kept fighting. Wish we had 10 more players like him. Also, we need more one-touch passes and less dribbling in the final third.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Hit the nail on the head. Like, that's the issue with this team is we're not finding the triangles. People are selfish. We're just not connecting in the attack. But we do need to kind of get into our, like, dogs of the match. Like, who were the main dogs today against Southampton? Amad.
Dog watch.
Dog watch.
Dude, Onana in the first half had some huge saves. I thought Koyer came on and looked great. Bruno,
Dog. He's a dog.
Bruno's always just quiet, productive. Eriksson with that huge assist.
I don't know if Bruno gets the dog, like, rating today. Does he get the dog?
Sure,
like,
you just make stuff up. What is the dog rating today?
The dog.
Dogs.
Is he
He's
a
always,
dog,
he's
baby?
always a top dog, bro. He's
like,
always up there.
No, but like
He didn't get yoinked. He's
like,
always running.
There's just a certain who gets the dog rating, sir. It's like
It's Amad.
Ahmad is the dog.
He's a 10 out of 10
And
dog.
Xerxes has
No, Xerxes showed some fight
He
today.
gets
When
some
did
dog,
when he
dude.
did that cojones grab, when they scored
There's
the
some
second
dogs
goal,
out there, baby.
no,
That's
he's
a
got
dog
something.
move.
He's
That's a
got
dog
something,
move,
dude.
right? That's
He's
a
got
dog
some
move.
dog, bro. I think
And Onana too. I think Onana standing tall on the touchline, that big moment. I would say the dogs.
Those are your dogs,
I got
bro.
Onana, I got
Koyer.
Xerxes, I got Koyer the Destroyer, and I got Amad. So we're finding them. It's incredible. Like, and Amram's just like iterating. He's going deep into the bench. And Anthony, he's a cat.
He needed that moment, dude. It's like the goal was right.
He's
All
not
he
a
had to do-
dog.
No,
he's not a
No,
dog.
he's
I'm
not.
sorry.
He thinks he's a dog, but he's a cat.
know,
It's like he thinks he's a dog,
Hey,
not a dog. The thing is,
You
like
can take it from two North
he had
Jersey.
the luck. He had the luck, sir. He was right there. He actually made the run. We don't Højlund doesn't make that back post run enough. He made the run and literally fell on his ass, bro. It's like you're cursed. You gotta go. It's like that's a cursed moment.
So you're talking to two North Jersey junkyard dogs playing football in the snow, freezing cold. Like,
Don't remind me.
it's like, we know what it takes. And we had 4 of them out there today. So I applaud Amram because he's asking more from the lads. He's also putting pressure on him to show up against Southampton. He's even adding to the pressure cooker and trying to find these dogs. So it's great to see. At Yoni Boy, quote, 2025 and United still surprising us, sirs. Do you think we'll go into the market and get a couple loans? We need to. The rumors are more sell, like the Rashford deal. Like, what's going on with Rashford? It's like I go on social media, I open it up, I'm like, what's going on here? He's on an exercise bike.
That
I don't
bike
know.
video, bro, is like me trying to tell you I'm working out this morning and just saying, yeah, watch, here's an evidence video.
I don't know.
We are not going to do loans because of the Amorim deal until we either get rid of Casemiro, Rashford, or both. So it's like that's going to affect our ability to do deals right now because right now we're broke. We already made our deals.
We need to do deals. We got to do.
I don't think we are. I think they're just going to try and stay up and win the Europa League.
We need another number 9, and we need cover at left back. It's
That
even
kid
evident
at
today.
PSG is so good, bro. I've been watching tape now. Ooh,
I know.
Nuno, he is a player. You should go out. Problem is, he's going to cost big. I mean, if you paid what you paid for Ugarte, $50 million, like fit, like he looks like one of the best left backs I've ever seen. He's so fast.
At Yoni,
Sorry.
it's sell to buy.
Sell
in
to
my opinion, solely sell to buy. We shall see. At M Maybaugh 13, perhaps the least deserving 3-1 win ever. I'm obviously happy to win, but this doesn't cover up the fact we were outplayed for 80 minutes at home against a historically bad Southampton team. Lots of work to be done, and I think you're absolutely right. And you know what gives me confidence is that if we won under Eric Ten Hag. He'd be gaslighting everyone, saying this was a great game and a great performance. And Amorim's telling the lads, like, back to work. It's about Sunday. So I really do appreciate how the manager is harder on the players than even us fans are. So there's nowhere to hide for them. And it's on to Cincinnati.
He's not celebrating wins against 20th place teams. And you know what? I agree. I think he was right. I think United did deserve to win. That's what Ruben said. It probably should have been like 5-3 though, because we should have scored that first goal in the first half with Alejandro, and then Anthony should have gotten a goal, and then Amad gets a hat trick, and they should have scored at least one more goal. So it was not good enough, not nearly good enough. But we are capturing a bit of magic with this coach and this team, and like you said, he's finding his dogs. He's pushing out everybody else, and we're gonna see where we stick at the end of the season.
At Armitage Daniel, glad you guys are commenting on the Muppet Parade tonight. It's hard to find positive things to say. It took the manager to change 5 players to throw the mighty Southampton off their game plan. The team bottom of the table bossed us for 80 minutes. Look, there's nowhere to hide. This United team got a manager fired.
Many managers fired.
And to the manager called it. He said, I'm more concerned about how we show up in this game than any game. And they let him down. And does he know the reason? No. But Southampton, sure, we're up for it today. But sometimes you need results to go your way, right? And if you think about United, we're going to be, we're an inconsistent team. That's why we got Eric Ten Hag fired. There's so many issues behind the scenes with like Rashford, etc. And we don't even have a complete squad. And so we're going to be really up and down. But the fact that we turned up against Arsenal and Liverpool are good signs. And ultimately, the fact that we're able to kind of pull one out of our asses at the end here is, while it wasn't appealing and was more the same that we've seen from this team, it's better than losing at home to Southampton and giving them another 3 points. So it's kind of like, you have to just take what you can get with this team right now. We're in 12th place. Like, let's get to the top half of the table, and then hopefully we can turn up against some other teams. But this manager needs time to play this new system, and there's a lot of changes. There's a lot of changes we made. No, I sound like the excuse factory, but it's what we're trying to do: play the new system, and changing this much is it's a lot.
Welcome to the club, sir. If you are going to expect good football week in, week out from this team, based on where we are, you're going to have a bad time. So it's like you're going to see a drop-off. Like you said, John, we're like super thin squad. We've played a bunch of games, incomplete squad, beyond a thin squad. And you know what? We don't have the mentality. We don't have enough leaders in this team to kind of force through the pain and grit it out against Southampton for 90 minutes. So you do need a bit of luck. I'm glad the luck on our side, but I think like over the 90 minutes, we were a better team. It's just that it shouldn't be like this. We should not be like conceding set piece corner goals to Southampton, who have 6 points heading into this game. Juric, I like their manager. I hope their manager gets another job after they get dropped, because that guy's got a lot of personality. Crazy Croatian. He
just got hired.
I like him.
Look, that's it. That's the podcast. Let us know what you think. Are we going easy on the lads? Are we going full excuse factory? Let us know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. Also, check out our store, AmericaRedDevils.store. Grab some merchandise. Support the podcast, patreon.com/AmericaRedDevils. You want to go the extra mile. If you're a top Muppet, support the podcast, sir. Give us our top 10 downloads the last 7 days. What do we got here?
We appreciate all the American Devils listening week in, week out. We know it hasn't been any easy. We know it's been a long season. Football. Bloody hell, this Manchester United side, I'll kill you, put you into early grave. But you know what? There is hope. Hope is back at Manchester United. Ruben Amorim.
It's a win. It's a late winner.
I'm shocked how salty the crew is. The crew is so salty. But it's a win, baby. A late win.
You can't feed these elite fans shitfootball.com for 80 minutes.
Bro.
They're gonna.
You see this kid? You know what we won this kid? We won real shit. The double, baby.
I know. It's been a rough year.
A real double, not like a league and an FA Cup.
Tough year, but new manager. We won. Ahmad, Hattie. You got to look for the silver lining. Even Salty John's looking for the silver lining.
Give us he likes his Portuguese manager. I like it. Number one, how you doing? Chicago, Illinois, New York, Dublin, Ireland, Brooklyn, New York, Manchester, England, Houston, Texas, Melbourne, Australia, Los Angeles, California, Philly, PA, and Charlotte, North Carolina. Appreciate all the American Devils listening week in, week out. Couldn't do it without you. Appreciate all of you. Got big games coming thick and fast. We got Southampton on the weekend. No, we don't. We have Brighton on the weekend, and you know what? They're better than us. They're above the table, sir. They're going to be coming. Danny Welbeck, let's go. At least it's at Manchester.